Hello Stampers, this is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations and Mountain Valley Designs, where I am making things first of all with Stampin' Up! Materials and stuff, and also using my new Glowforge laser cutter that my son got me for Christmas. So I just share a couple of quick things. I recently made this for pencils. It's a pencil box that is going to be kind of fun to do. I'm making them for Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes to put pencils in to send in the shoebox, and I liked the idea that it would be solid and sturdy and hold up for them to use, for the child to use longer than just paper stuff would last. Then I've also been making earrings, and so I have lots of different kinds, but I have my hummingbirds. These are made from wood. All of these that I'm showing you are made from wood. These are made from walnut and then engraved, and then I painted them. These ones are just cut and engraved from a wood called sapelli. Really, really pretty. Lots of different things. I make dozens of different kinds of earrings and boxes and all kinds of stuff. If you're interested at all in knowing more about it, leave me a comment and I will get back to you on that. Now let's get to card making, because that's what we started out with here. Today I am going to be making this card. This is kind of a blend. We're right in the middle of saying goodbye to a whole bunch of stuff from the 2021-22 annual Stampin' Up! Catalog, getting ready for the 22 to 23 catalog that's coming up. It's going to go live May 3rd, I believe. And so we're saying goodbye to some things. Some things we're getting to keep. So it's a little bit of a blend. Obviously, some of the designer series papers are going to go away because we get a new batch of those pretty much every year. And this particular shimmery paper here is the In Color Shimmer Vellum, and unfortunately it's going to go away. So I wanted to be sure and show you, because there's a retiring list or a last chance list online where you can order the things that you might want that aren't going to come back. However, the beautiful brushed brass butterflies, don't say that fast, are going to be coming back, which I am so thankful for, because I love those. This is the New Horizon DSP. It's not coming back, but there'll be some beautiful things to choose from. And the stamp set that I am using today, Color and Contour, is coming back. So this stamp set with the dies, they're not sold as a bundle in the new catalog, I don't think, so they don't get discounted, but both of these things are coming back, and I'll be using that. I'm going to be using this die, this one right here, the third largest or third smallest, however you want to look at it, and then I'm also using this flower stamp. Then I am using Pansy Patch for the sentiment, just a very simple thank you. And then of course the brass butterflies, and then I'm using a die from Beautiful Shapes Dies, which are also returning. So you don't have to get totally discouraged. We have a lot of things that are returning, and you don't have to rush to buy them. If you don't have them yet, they'll be coming again. So you can focus your spending on those things that are going to go away that you really wanted and that you haven't had a chance to get yet. So then I'm using this die for the sentiment. Okay, very simple design. It is just a basic white thick base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and folded to make an A2 greeting card. Burnish that. I'm going to put a piece of paper underneath me. What did I do with my scrap paper here? Let's see. This will work. Get this one up here. Just a second. So I can have something underneath me. And I need my blending brush. And I need Blackberry Bliss ink pad. And I am just going to use my blending brush to create just a little bit of color in this background. And I'm not worried about how it's, I'm not trying to keep anything swirls from showing or or anything like that. To me, that's part of the character here. And light and dark, I love. And we're just going to give it a quick brush, just like that. That creates the base card front. Then this piece of the New Horizons paper, it is cut. Let's get my paper over here that tells me 5.5 by 2 3/4. So it's 5.5, so it'll go from top to bottom on the card, and then I'm going to center it from side to side, and I'm just going to put it on with Stamp and Seal adhesive. And it's up to you which way you want it to go. For me, it just seemed like this was the right way to set the color up. Doing it from side to side. And there's that. Then the vellum piece, I have to tell you, I stamped ahead of time. I just stamped it with Blackberry Bliss. I'm hoping you can see the image okay. Yeah, you can see it, I think. I stamped it ahead of time because our water-based inks will dry on the vellum, but it just takes time. Now, you could speed that up by using your heat tool, but I found that sometimes that makes the vellum start to warp a little bit, and I would rather just be patient. So I've stamped it on ahead of time and allowed it to dry. And now I can color it with my blends pens. And so I'm bringing in Blackberry Bliss, I believe. That's what I used. Let's find out. I wrote that down, that I was using Blackberry Bliss. And got to get my lighting just right here so I can see my design. Okay, let's put it behind something. That might help me. There we go. And I'm just going to color with the blends pens. Now this will, blends pens will color on any non-porous surface, and it will dry, they will dry quite quickly, so we don't have to worry about those as much. I'm getting a lot of reflection here from my light. It's not showing up for you, but it is for me to try and see. I may have to try and, fortunately you can see it fine. Hopefully I'm not getting off screen too much. I'm going to have to pick it up and look and make sure I haven't missed any edges. That looks good. Gotta get quiet when I'm coloring sometimes. Okay, that looks pretty good, as my grandson would say. Pretty good, Nana. And then I'm going to bring in the dark. And I think it might be a different color. I think I used the Calypso Coral on that other one, but this is okay. You know, like I say, you get to see the reality of me. This is what I do. So, and I'm just following those contour lines that are in the flowers and just adding a little bit of color to the flowers to give them a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to bring in that Mossy Meadow, or this time I believe I'm using dark. Yeah, this is dark Old Olive. And I am going to color in the leaves. Just like that. And like I said, this dries very quickly. Now, I'm going to attach this to the front of the card, and it's just going to be flat. But you have to be careful that you don't, vellum is so transparent that the glue dots and the Stamp and Seal will show through there. So what I have done is I have decided where I want to put my brushed brass butterflies. And I'm using the larger one. And I'm going to put one kind of up here. And I'm going to put one over here. And then I am going to put my glue dots behind those butterflies. So I'm going to turn it over and put my glue dot so it shows right behind the butterfly, and then that's going to cover it up so it doesn't show through. And you don't have to have tape all the way around to hold something in place. And then I'm also going to put one right here at the crux of these stems, because the stem painting or coloring will hide that as well, and I kind of folded it over. And that's enough to hold it in place. So then I just need to turn it over and decide if I want to center it. I think I will. And then that will hold it in place, just like that. Then I have my, here it is, my little piece of fresh freesia that I cut out with the die that I was telling you about. I'm going to use that thank you, and I'm going to stamp it with Blackberry Bliss. This is just very small and beautiful thank you, just like that. And that I am going to put on with a couple of dimensionals. Now you could add a bow or anything like that, but this card, as simple as it is really quite beautiful. And that I'm sorry to see the shimmery vellum go, because it is just absolutely gorgeous. And put that on there like that, and there is today's card. Isn't that beautiful? Super, super simple. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I thank you for stopping by. Do leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. If there are things you would like to see, or for me to try and show you how it's done, or whatever questions you have, leave me a comment. I check them regular, so then we can see what you would like to see more of. Thank you again. Talk to you later.